I'm Jocelyn. Today I'm going to be introducing the Iliad, which is the novel, and Troy. The European novel Iliad is the story structure, character development, plot arrangement, and thematic presentation. The character development of the Iliad features a wide range of characters, and they each have their own unique traits and motivations. And the most prominent characters are Achilles, Hector, Agamemnon, and Odysseus. And throughout this poem, the characters undergo a lot of development and transformation, which is driven by experiences during war and their interactions with each other. Like, for example, when Achilles starts as a proud and stubborn warrior at the front of the novel, but his encounters with grief and loss lead to a profound change in his character. And the plot arrangement of Iliad revolves around the Trojan War and its consequences. However, this poem does not present a linear narrative. Instead, it focuses on a specific period of time during the war and explores various episodes and events within that time. And the central conflict is between Greeks, and it's led by Agamemnon and the Trojans who are led by Hector. And the poem follows the progression of the war, incorporating battles, duels, and strategic decisions made by both sides. And the thematic presentation of the Iliad addresses several key themes that are interwoven throughout the narrative. These themes include honor, glory, fate, and mortality, and especially the nature of the gods. And the poem explores the heroic code of honor and pursuit of glory, as well as consequences and limitations of these ideals. It also reflects on the power of fate and the idea that mortals are subject to the will of the gods. And the theme of the mortality is highlighted through the portrayal of human condition and the inevitability of death. And for my European movie, which is Troy, Fall of the City, and its character development it features a diverse of characters, including like familiar figures in the novel, which is like Achilles, Hector, and Paris, as well as original characters created for the series. And each character also undergoes their own physical and mental development and growth throughout the narrative. Like, for example, when Paris starts as a carefree and selfish prince, his love for Helen and experiences in war transform him into a more responsible and heroic figure. Similarly, Achilles grapples with his personal pride and his consequences of his actions, which ultimately shape his character. And the plot arrangement of this movie follows the key events of the Trojan War, but it also includes new elements and perspectives to the story. The series provides a broader context by delving into the backgrounds and motivations of characters and exploring their relationships and conflicts. And the thematic presentation of this story include like love and passion, destiny and fate, and also power and politics and the clash of cultures. The theme of love is central, which is a portrayal of the love between Paris and Helen, and also destiny and fate are explored through like prophecies. And also power and politics are depicted through Greek and Trojan fractions, and the clash of cultures is evident in the values and beliefs of the Greeks and Trojans. And the common features of this are setting and characters. Both the Iliad and Troy, the Fall of the City, are set during the Trojan War and feature many of the same characters from Greek mythology. Central conflicts. The central conflict between Greeks and Trojans is a key element, both shared by Iliad and Troy, the Fall of the City. The war is sparked by an abduction of Helen of Paris, and the Greek forces led by Agamemnon lay siege to the city of Troy. And themes. Both works explore similar thematic elements inherent to the Trojan War, These themes include honor, glory, fate, mortality, love, and the impact of war on individuals and societies. And the character development of both the Iliad and Troy is a development of the various individuals involved in the war, like Achilles, Hector, Paris, who undergo personal growth and transformation. And the issues of war are handled. In the Iliad, the war rages on for 9 years, and neither side is gaining a decisive advantage. However, the Greek warrior Achilles, driven by some personal problems, re-enters the war and leads a series of devastating attacks against the Trojans. Eventually, Achilles kills Hector, which is the greatest Trojan warrior and prince. And following Hector's death, his father, King Priam, comes to Achilles, and he comes begging for the return of his son's body. And so this act of humility and grief moves Achilles, who agrees to return Hector's body to the Trojan for a proper burial, signifying a temporary ceasefire. And the poem ends with Hector's funeral, implying that the war will continue until the fall of Troy. Thank you for listening.
Good job.